All right, SRNAs, buckle up because today we're exploring a hidden treasure in a tax strategy that seeks to transform your pre-tax money into after-tax money. And I know your hectic schedule and never-ending study and workload, finances are probably the last thing on your mind right now. And I know this because my wife was once in your shoes. But what if I told you that there's a secret weapon in your arsenal right now that could potentially save you a small fortune in taxes over your lifetime? If you're intrigued, then let's get into it. So let's first start with a quick Finance 101. It's important to have the basics down before we do the deep dive. So let's take it from the top. You know that old 403B plan that you probably contributed to while you're getting that ICU experience as a nurse? This is the type of retirement plan offered by nonprofits and public institutions, or in your case, hospitals. Think of it as the 401k's less famous sibling. So you probably contributed pre-tax dollars to one of these accounts while you're gaining experience before becoming an SRNA, meaning you had money withheld from your paycheck without paying any income taxes on the front end. So because you deferred paying taxes up front, the tax man is going to come calling when you take it out of the account. Hopefully you can wait all the way until retirement, but even at that time you're still going to owe taxes. Now, enter the Roth IRA. Think of this as your smart, savvy account that gets better with age. It's an account where you pay the tax up front, but later when you're chilling in retirement, as long as you follow all the rules, you won't owe Uncle Sam a dime. It's a pretty sweet deal, right? So it's like paying for your movie ticket up front and then enjoying the show without any interruptions. So let's dive a little bit deeper into these two types of accounts and understand why switching gears, especially while you're in school, can be a smart move. Okay, so why convert from a 403B to a Roth IRA? If you've ever heard the saying, a penny saved is a penny earned, well, when we talk about converting from a 403B to a Roth IRA, what we're really talking about is potentially big-time tax savings in the long run if we play the game the right way. So picture this. As an SRNA, you're likely not raking in the big bucks just yet, so you're in a much lower tax bracket. It's like being in the slow lane on the highway, on the tax highway. Converting now means you pay taxes at a lower rate, but fast forward to when you're a full-fledged CRNA, surely cruising in a higher tax bracket lane of the highway. Thanks to your smart moves now, you've already cleared your tax dues at a much lower rate. It's like paying for a first-class ticket at coach prices. So let's paint a picture with a real-world scenario to see this strategy in action. Imagine you're an SRNA, you've got $30,000 tucked away into a 403B from your previous job, smart move, plus you've been prudent enough to save enough money to cover your living expenses while you're in school. So we don't need to tap into those retirement savings while you're in school to cover your living expenses. So far, so good, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Let's say that you decide to just let that 403B just sit and marinate, not touching it all. You're busy with school, no salary coming in, and you're not using your federal tax deduction, which is basically like having a gold mine but not mining it. Meaning, without any income, that deduction basically just goes to waste. Now I want you to consider this twist. What if we were to convert that 30 grand from your 403B, which is a pre-tax account, into a Roth IRA, an after-tax account? I know it sounds a bit like financial wizardry, but stay with me, because by doing this, you're going to owe some taxes. So let's crunch some quick numbers, mix of state, mix of federal taxes. Just for simplicity's sake, for the purposes of this video, let's ballpark that tax bill at about $3,000. But there's more to the story. If you had left your 403B untouched, assuming it grows at, let's say, 8% a year over the next 30 years, you'd end up with a nice chunk of change, as you can see on the screen here. Now, the growth rate isn't guaranteed, but that's for another video entirely. In fact, your 403B grows to more than if you did the Roth conversion. Now, why is this? Because you pay that $3,000 in tax now, you start with a smaller present value in that Roth IRA. Now, ideally, you'd pay for that tax bill from another source, not your retirement funds, so more of your money would be able to enjoy that tax-free growth inside the Roth IRA, which is, again, something for another video. But for the sake of apples to apples, I'll assume that the money is withheld on that conversion. because it's got to come from somewhere. We got to pay for that $3,000 from some source. But here's the kicker. While the amount in your Roth IRA might not grow to a bigger dollar amount down the road, it's all tax-free when you withdraw it in retirement. So if we fast forward a few decades, and let's say you're in a higher tax bracket then, maybe around 25% for examples purposes, suddenly that tax-free nature of your Roth IRA is like having a golden ticket. The tax savings compared to if you had just left it in your 403B to grow could be seriously substantial. So in the tale of our two accounts, it's not just about how much you have at the end in each account, it's about how much you get to keep after taxes. And by tackling a smaller tax bill today, you sidestep potentially heftier taxes down the line. It's kind of like choosing to do a little bit of homework each day instead of cramming for the final at the buzzer. Now, over time, this can lead to some big-time tax savings. I mean, we're talking real money that gets to stay in your pocket. Remember, in the world of finance, it's not just about earning. It's about smart saving too. Before you jump headfirst into this Roth conversion, let's navigate through some crucial considerations. First up, the tax implications. Converting now means facing a tax bill, so understanding that full impact is more than key. Second, we want to consider your career timeline. Earlier conversions in your career can be more beneficial, basically because it offers more time for your investments to compound and grow tax-free within that Roth IRA. And third, when it comes to paying that tax bill, ideally we want to use funds outside that retirement stash. This way, your retirement money gets to keep growing uninterrupted by those tax hits. Now, as always, a financial advisor is going to be your co-pilot here, guiding you through these decisions because, obviously this requires highly personalized advice. This video is basically just meant to be for informational purposes only. And there you have it. As an SRNA, you're already on an incredible journey, but adding a savvy financial move like converting your 403B to your Roth IRA, that can really just be the icing on the cake. It's all about planning smart and thinking ahead. So if this video helped you see your 403B maybe in a new light, hopefully give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, drop your questions in the comments below. I'm really here to chat taxes, investing, really all things CRNA money related. Until next time, keep saving smarter and not harder. Head over to the blog for a more detailed explanation on everything that I covered in this video. And until next time, stay on point. Take care. Once again, I'm Ben Barnhart, and I'm the founder of On Point CRNA and Barnhart Wealth Management. If you're interested in learning how we help our clients across the country with their money, head over to www.onpointcrna.com.